will see that there is increasing focus on ethics in AI. If your digital agent does something on your behalf, is that the same thing as if your human agent does something on your behalf?
Exactly.
It's important to start to ask these questions. I'm not sure we're taking as formal a hermeneutical approach to this as you're describing, but I think that we're at least creating the footprints of asking the right questions. I think that there are definitely environments, platforms that allow you to focus on problem formulation. What are the pieces of it? They don't use all the formal nomenclature for epistemology, but I don't care. I care that the pieces are there to allow you to sort of get people that are working on a problem to see the problem as the same problem, or at least to recognize how they see it differently, to understand what they have to believe going into their chosen method of solution and why that's the appropriate way, and to understand the bias and the conclusions they might reach. If we don't do that, we will increasingly be reliant upon hidden bias that changes the environment that we work in ways that we don't understand. And the great example that just popped into my head is you've got plenty of room in your airline seat. Because the objective function was how many seats can we get into the plane, right? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Maybe we should, not. Maybe people are getting too big for the seat. Maybe the seat is getting too small for the people. But the reality is that probably what you have there is design choices that are being made by people that are trying to solve different problems.
Right.
And so you're upset that they didn't solve your problem. They weren't trying to solve your problem. And I think if we at least call a doc and say, look, that's a great problem to have. That's not the one I set out on when I solved this other problem over here. If you think that problem is important, go tell the people that told me to solve this one, and then I'll focus on that one. We don't do that today. We design things, we use them for purposes that they were not intended to be used for, and then we get upset at them for not functioning in the way we intended them to work when they were never designed for that in the first place. There'll probably be more and more of that happening. You see early adoption, early introduction into the market of devices in the IoT. It's a great example. Children's toys that do things maybe they shouldn't do, right? Those are great examples. There was a great example recently of kids messing with self-driving cars by making fake stop signs. It's already really funny until somebody goes to the emergency room, right? So now the car has to try to remember whether it has seen a stop sign there before, or whether the car in front of it stopped, or whether this is a logical place for a stop sign. That epistemology has changed as a result of the strange behavior of people to mess with the things that they're creating to help them make their lives better. This is never going to end.
All right, well, that's all I have for you today, Anthony. Thank you so much for joining us. And,
thank you very much. It's always a great opportunity to talk. Thank you.